So welcome guys, welcome to the channel. And as a review, we are just doing bacteriology session as a final leap, and we have completed three or four bacteria, and we will be continuing with the Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Kindly do check the previous video if you have left the continuation, and we are just doing the first revision session of the bacteriology and the final leap. And let's get started. So coming with the Mycobacterium tuberculosis, so mycobacteria, it's mainly three groups of clinical importance: Mycobacterium tuberculosis, Mycobacterium leprae, and non-tuberculous bacteria. Coming to the Mycobacterium tuberculosis complex. So why do I say it as a complex? Because everybody thinks that Mycobacterium tuberculosis only bacteria alone is responsible for all the pathogenic reasons, but it is not like that. It has many subdivisions of organisms in there that can be classified into obligate parasite, opportunistic pathogens, and saprophytes. And this is a previous year important question. So how to crack this thing? So obligate parasite you can easily run. So obligate parasites are responsible for the pathogenic nature: Mycobacterium tuberculosis, Mycobacterium bovis, and Mycobacterium leprae. Okay, and then coming to the saprophytes. So saprophytes means it grows in soil and water. So Mycobacterium stigmatis, god nature, soil, water. So Mycobacterium godanae and god have soil and water, so have sense. Okay, then Mycobacterium smegmatis. Okay, so these are the saprophytes, and the other organisms, everything comes under opportunistic pathogens only. Example: opportunistic pathogens means it grows in immunocompromised individuals like AIDS, in children's old ages, and diabetic mellitus. So what are the organisms? It's like just heard it out only one time, and you can just easily eliminate and find the answers there. Mycobacterium sprophulaceae, Mycobacterium kansasi, Mycobacterium marinum, Mycobacterium ulcerans, and Mycobacterium avium complex. Okay, so these are the opportunistic pathogens. So coming again, opportunistic obligate parasites are the Mycobacterium tuberculosis, Mycobacterium bovis, and Mycobacterium leprae. Okay, TB, bovis, leprae, pathogenic saprophytes like god have, so godanae have havensis, and stigmatis, soil and water. And opportunistic pathogen like scrofulation, kansasi, marinum, ulcerans, avium complex is for the immunocompromised individuals. Okay, so coming to the species. So what is the reservoir and the species? So Mycobacterium tuberculosis africanum caneti. So African man lives with a can. Okay, so this is the funny mnemonic I have just made, because the reservoir is man. Okay, African man, so man is the reservoir here. Mycobacterium tuberculosis, we know it is an Africanum, it's human is the reservoir, and then Mycobacterium canadi also the human is the reservoir. Then bovis, from the name we can get its cattle, and capre is also the cattle. Okay, just don't confuse between canidi means can, man, whereas the capre is for cattle. Okay, then other organisms like just heard it only one time: microshi holes, oryx, mungi, mongoose, suricate, cat. So cats. Okay, so only that microshi thing will be confusing. Other thing is straight only. Oryx, mungi, mongoose, suricate, cat. Okay, so except that the man, African man with a can, everything is a zoonotic. That is a human reservoir. Then mode of transmission is mainly by the person to person, droplet transmission, and by ingestion by the drinking of unpasteurized milk. So 300 infectious 300 nuclei per curve is produced in an infection, or 3000, I'm sorry, 3000 nuclei per curve is produced. And coming to the pathogenesis, MTB surveys due to the inhibition of phagolysosome formation. This is the very important point. So what is the main mechanism of the wide range of tuberculosis pathogenicity? Is because of the its innate nature to the inhibition of the phagolysosome formation. MTB surveys due to the, I'm just repeating it again because it's very important. Mycobacterium tuberculosis survives due to the inhibition of the phagolysosome formation. It is due to the lipoarabinoman. Okay, lipoarabinoman. And then another one thing I would like to emphasize is the Trojan horse phenomenon. So what is the Trojan horse phenomenon? Is that the macrophage transport organisms across the alveolar membrane, like it is transmitting the pathogenic organisms from this side of the alveolar membrane to the host side of the alveolar membrane. So that is called as the Trojan horse mechanism. Then coming to the clinical features, so primary, secondary, and disseminated. So primary, you know that the lung is involved, subpleural involvement is most common. So subpleural into specific location is lower part of the upper lobe and upper part of the lower lobe. That is very much classical because of the oxygen tension. It is growing there. It's being an obligate arrow. it grows there. Then coming to the secondary, so apex plus cavitation is produced. Okay, so coming can you guess some of the differential diagnosis for cavity? It is the secondary TB, that is the cavity, histoplasma capsulatum and squamous cell carcinoma, just a small lung cell or maybe squamous cell carcinoma. Okay, so DD is the cavitation, secondary TB, histoplasma and squamous cell carcinoma. Then coming to the miliary TB, so miliary TB is the disseminated TB. So in disseminated TB, for the kidney, it just only the funny names will be coming now: kidney, putty kidney, urinary bladder, thimble bladder, skeletal, pot spine, CNS, GIT, heart. Skin is the apple jelly nodule, very beautiful nodule. So skin is the apple jelly nodule. Okay, so kidney is the putty kidney, urinary bladder, pot spine, CNS, GIT and heart is the apple jelly nodule. And then Gone foci is the lung, Gone complex is the lung plus a hilar node, primary complex example intestinal TB plus mesenteric lymphadenocytes. Okay, so primary complex is the intestinal TB plus mesenteric lymphadenocyte. And then Ranke's complex is by the calcium. Okay, Ranke's complex is important because of the addition of this complete cavities encapsulated by calcium. Calcium is mainly responsible for the Ranke's complex. And Gon's foci lung, Gone complex lung plus hilar lymph node, primary complex intestinal TB plus mesenteric lymph nodes, apex. So apex is Simon. So Simon is the apex focus. Supraclavicular is the Poole focus. Infraclavicular is the Assman focus. And the liver is also Simond. Okay, Simond. MOND, MMOND, SIMMOND, Simon focus liver, SIMON, Simon focus apex. And blood vessels is the fosse. Okay, vast fosse, whereas the brain is the rich fosse. Okay, so these are the many fancy terms revolving around TB, and it is very much important also. And okay, so TB, supraclavicular and infraclavicular, I will just say the names and again once more time. So from the kidney, can you remember the kidney? Kidney is the putty kidney, bladder is the thimble bladder, spine is the pot spine. And then cavitation by the secondary TB, histoplasma and squamous cell carcinoma, Gone foci by the lung, Gone complex by the lung and hilar lymph nodes, primary complex by the intestinal TB and mesenteric lymphadenocytes. So apex Simon, liver Simon, supraclavicular Poole, intraclavicular Assman, and blood vessels VS through fosse, brain rich. Okay, blood vessels, though it is many, it is weighing more, so VS, whereas the brain is the rich, so rich focus. Okay, focus, yeah, VS focus, and this is the rich focus. Okay, then coming to the antigenic property, already I have said one thing. It is the lipoarabinoman and it inhibit phagocytosis, inhibit phagolysosome formation, mainly responsible for the pathogenicity, this wide pathogenicity of the organism. And then lipid, mycolic acid. Okay, mycolic acid and cod factor. So mycolic acid, acid fastness and virulence. Okay, acid fastness and virulence is present. Then proteins and polysaccharide. Everyone can remember mycolic acid and lipoarabinoman, so many will forget this cod factor. So cod factor is only responsible for the virulence. Okay, mycolic acid for the acid fastness and lipoarabinoman is for the phagocytosis, but mainly virulence is by the cod factor only. You can even mention it there, but it is a very important question. Okay, then coming to the host, so human MTB, cattle, bovies, dogs and cats. Okay, then lab diagnosis, according to the Central Disease Center and WHO, it is the 3 sputum smear examination must be done. Okay, but we are practically doing 2: spot sample and early morning sample. First sample on first visit to healthcare setting, and early morning sample other one. In sputum unavailable, laryngeal aspirate or bronchial washing. Children swallow sputum, gastric lavage. Okay, children usually swallow sputum, so we are just preferring gastric lavage in them. Then where are these samples kept? So the samples are kept in an biosafety cabinet 2. Okay, BSL 2. Okay, 2 with the protective gear must while handling this. Okay? And the concentration is the Petrov's method. So Petrov's method concentration is by the sputum with 4% NaOH, modification NaLC combined with 2% NaOH. N-acetylcysteine combined with 2% in NaOH for the modification, and sputum plus 4% in NaOH. And microscopy examination, it shows, I already know that it's Paul Eldridge. Okay, discovered by Paul Eldridge. What is it discovered? Ziehl-Neelsen technique. It is modified by Ziehl-Neelsen. So this acid fastness by the this one Paul Eldridge, Ziehl-Neelsen technique is modified and given as Zn technique, or maybe the Kinyon's magnification. So what is it? The sensitivity is 10 power 4 acid phosphobacilli per ml. 10 power 4 means 10k, 10,000, 10k, and at least 100 fields over 10 minutes before giving negative. Okay, 100 fields over oil immersion field, 100 fields over 10 minutes has to be seen before giving negative. This is important. Negative criteria is important, because positive you will say. So negative criteria is very important. So RM and rhodomin stain, it's a fluorofluorescein that is being used. Then coming to the acid fast stain, so primary stain is by the carbonyl fusion, basic fusion. We just class has asked mnemonic. So carbonyl fusion, primary stain. Heating, second. Fixes, decolorizer 20% H2SO4 for TB, and for other organisms different percentage. I will just explain next. Then acid alcohol for decolorizer, and a counter stain for the methylene blue or malachite green. Okay, then coming to the acid fast stain, so different concentration of decolorizing solution H2SO4, TB 20%, atypical TB 20%, Mycobacterium leprae 5%, Nocardia legionella 1%, spores 0.25%. So principal TB is acid fast. Resist decolorization by 20% H2SO4. This is also alcohol fast. Resist decolorization with 3% acid, 95% alcohol. That is alcohol fast. Acid fast means we are using H2SO4. Alcohol fast means 95% alcohol. Okay, so it is both acid fast and alcohol fast. And because of the misuse of the workers, we are preferring acid, because people won't consume acid, very easily they will consume alcohol. So coming to the acid first, so results is the red organism, red background blue. The reason is that mycolic acid, and note MTB beaded, whereas Mycobacterium bovis is uniform. You have to Google the images, because that is very important, and completely saves many lot of time. Okay, obviously bovis is going to be cattle, but TB and bovis histoscopic examination, it will save huge amount of time. Uniform means that is bovis, and beaded means it's MTB. And acid fast, what are the other acid fast organisms? Can you remember? Mycobacterium, Nocardia, Isospora, Cyclospora, Cryptosporidium, and hooklets are highlighted. So my nose is hot and cold. Okay, my Mycobacterium, nose, Nocardia, Isospora, Cyclospora, Cryptosporidium. H for the hooklets of hydrated. The acid fast modification is the Kinyon's stain or cold technique or Gabbard technique. Increased phenol in carbonyl fusion. There is no need of heating. Okay, this is Kinyon's modification. Kinyon, no heat, no, it's a cold technique, because we are not heating it. Just adding phenol itself necessary. It does the same work as that of the heating. Then coming to the grading. So grading is also very important. Then coming to the grading is the number of bacilli result and grading. Just remember that when it is none, you are examined 100 fields oil immersion for 10 minutes, give negative. Even if it is 1 plus 1 to 9, even in 100, that is positive, that is scanty. Then in more 10 to 99 per 100, when we divide it comes around 1, so it is 1 plus. Whereas in 1 to 10, in even less than one field itself, that is 2 plus. More than 10 means that is 3 plus. Okay. Then culture, so culture temperature is 37 degrees Celsius, pH is the 64.4 to 7. So solid culture medium is Lowenstein-Jensen medium, is an egg-based malachite green, because malachite green inhibits other bacteria, thereby achieving selectivity, and it facilitates growth of MTB. So incubation period for the growth in time is the 6 to 8 weeks. So rough buff tough colonies, MTB creamy. Okay, rough buff tough colonies, classical. Egg-based LJ medium, Dorset egg medium, blood counting by Tarshi does blood counting, and potato Pavlovsky, Agar, Middlebrook. Okay, 7H10 and 7H11. So Other culture medium is the egg-based Launceston Johnson medium, Dorset egg medium, blood-containing Tarshi, potato Pavlovsky, agar Middlebrook 7H10 and 7H11. Liquid culture medium is the these are very very important things. Okay, Middlebrook and Sula and Santon, long serpentine cords on liquid growth, and Prosker Beck. Just hear the name, you can easily choose the options. Okay, then very very easily, more than easily, you can choose the options. And coming to the other liquid, can you recall the liquid culture medium? It is the Middlebrook, Sula, Santon, and Prosker Becks. And then coming to the newer method is the backed alert colorimetry based on CO2 production. Due to all bacterial group, color change is produced, and depending upon the studying that color and growth, we are just giving the organism Bactec MG80 Versatrac. Then coming to the Bactec MG80 uses Middlebrook 7HQ. Middlebrook 7HQ. Okay, Versatrac uses Middlebrook either, but for other culture technique we use 7H10 and 7H11 Middlebrook. Okay, so that is the difference. So liquid video fluorometric technology Versatrac. So Versa means flora, color, girl name. So Versa of fluorometric technology can add pyroxenamide and test sensitivity. MGIT micro growth in indicator tube. And then coming to the newer methods is the automated method. So it's the we saw about backed alert colorimetry used CO2 production, color change, backed alert CO2, and then Bactec MGIT Middlebrook 7H9, and then Versatrac. It detects the pressure changes in media due to the production of the gas. Pyroxenamide is added, and Middlebrook and this fluorometric technology. Okay, utilization of O2. Versatrac utilization of O2. Okay, then coming to the the hyacinth activity, everything is present in hyacinth activity. Nitrate reduction catalyst is positive. Rough buff tough colonies 5% glycerol, everything is positive in microbiome tuberculosis. And pyroxenamide is also positive test, but test is also positive here. And paranitrobenzoic acid is the only thing where MTB shows no growth. I will explain the reason later, but it is in bovis. Bovis also has no effect. Okay, no effect, and everything is negative, and bovis produces smooth white and breaking easily colony. Only 1 point, nothing else is significant. Then coming to the paranitrobenzoic acid, if added with Lowenstein Jensen medium, no growth is seen. So that is the test there. And in niacin testing, MTB produces niacin on adding reagent canary yellow color obtained. So because of the production of cyanobromide and aniline. Okay, the nitrate reduction test is positive in case of MTB. Catalyst peroxidase test is MTB positive, and if negative, it is INH resistance. It is important. Okay, pyroxenamide resistance. That is the reason why you are adding pyroxenamide and testing pyroxenamide test. Okay, so what is pyroxenamide test? It is positive in MTB and negative in bovis. So pyroxenamide acting pyroxenaminase NH ammonia is produced. Pyroxenic acid, it is detected by adding ferric ammonium sulfate. Then coming to the to know the sensitivity, GeneXpert is used. GeneXpert has a shorter TAT means the turnaround time. Then coming to the molecular method, PCR means example CBNAT, cartridge based nucleic acid amplification test, and line probe assay diagnosis and resistance. We are using line probe assay, and PCR for the molecular method of diagnosis. Then coming to the typing methods, restricted fragment length polymorphism IS 611 target sequences strain. Okay, IS 6110. Diagnosis is by the tuberculin test of Montauk and IGRA. Tuberculin by the antigen protein purified protein derivative procedure 0.1 ml of PPD. It corresponds to 5 units. Intradermal Montauk's test in the flexor aspect of the forearm is given. Reading done 2 to 3 days or maybe 48 to 72 hours after. Width of the duration is studied. Less than 5 mm is negative, 6 to 9 mm is indeterminate, and more than 10 mm is positive. Then coming to the interpretation, positive, present or past infection. False positive means BCG vaccination and non-TB mycobacterium. So we have to repeat the test after the BCG vaccination usually 4 to 6 weeks after itself it becomes positive in some cases. And in false negative means early TB, low immunity, and HIV positive, it is a low negative. Okay, So in immunity and HIV positive cases and even diabetic worsening diabetic cases also, it will doesn't show any reaction because cell-mediated immunity is already so depleted that it comes to show the response here. Then coming to the IgA. So IgA is the interferon gamma release assay. So T lymphocytes of exposed suspected individuals. Okay, it is then TB granuloma releases interferon gamma by the Th1 cells. So when these T lymphocytes are exposed to CF10 and ES86, okay, CFP10, ES86, so quantiferon gold assay. And then coming to the extrapulmonary tuberculosis, meningitis, CSF, cobweb coagulum is seen. You can Google the image. It is settled down in the test tube, and lymph nodes, FNAC pus, pleural efficient, pleural tap, urine intermittent, 2 to 3 samples, centrifuged and sediment is studied. And this CSF sample, you just see the image once because copper coagulum is very much seen in the bottom. It sediments down. And coming to the prophylaxis by the BC, Bacillus calmette guarans strain. What is the strain used is the Danish 1331. Central BCG lab Gindi, okay, 0.1 ml above incision of the deltoid, efficacy 80%, 0 to 80%. Scar is present left and it may not also be present. It doesn't, not everyone develops this scar. And okay, so what is the reconstitution is the normal saline, not H2O. Root intradermal. Everyone says things of intramuscular, but it is intradermal only. Deltoid incision above the left deltoid. Efficacy, we know that immunity 15 to 20 years it serves as an immunity. After 6 to 12 weeks scar, 18 to 14 weeks MT becomes positive. Montox is positive for 8 to 12, 14 weeks. Other uses means it is used for treatment of bladder cancer, strain of BCG, superficial bladder cancer, and intravesical BCG, stimulates immune system, leukemia, and leprosy. Okay, so we have just completed this whole tuberculosis, main important tuberculosis in 20 minutes. Then entering into the non-tuberculosis mycobacterium. Okay, so as continuing with the non-tuberculous mycobacterium. So now why it is called as non-tuberculous? Because it is mostly an environmental mycobacterium, tuberculoid mycobacterium. So classification is the Runyan's classification. Runyan's classification is for the non-tuberculoid mycobacterium, and also the main reason being that it is a non-acid fast groups. Okay, it's non-acid and non-alcohol, but it's non-acid but alcohol fast organism. So that is the reason it is called as the non-tuberculous organisms. And then Runyan's classification. Runyan's classification is mainly given by the light emitting property, that is by the chromogen property. So photochromogens, it produces pigment in light only. Scotochromogens, even in dark it produces pigment. Non-photochromogens, no pigment. Rapid growers, grows less than 1 week. And photochromogens, the mnemonic is the mask. Mycobacterium marinum, asiaticum, smee, and the ganzazi. These are the photochromogens forms. Mask, okay, just remember the mnemonic and everything you can just guess from it. Marinum, Asia, Marin, Asia, Smee, Ganzazi, everything appears like a geographical location, so have that way. Marinum, so from the name you can say that it is a swimming pool, fish tank, granuloma. What skin lesion is seen in Marinum? Swimming pool, granuloma, fish tank, granuloma, what skin lesion? Asiaticum, Smee, both lungs infection. Okay, Mycobacterium, Ganzazi, lungs, upper lobe mostly, and scarring and cavities present in Ganzazi. Okay, and then scotochromogens. So scotochromogens, the mnemonic is there for the photochromogens it is locations, and for the scotochromogens it is the God save us from the dark. For scotochromogens, Mycobacterium zulgai and Mycobacterium scrofulaceus, Mycobacterium gardneri. So Mycobacterium gardneri is the tap water scotochromogens, scrofulaceus is scrofula. Okay, Mycobacterium zulgai, Mycobacterium scrofulaceus, Mycobacterium gardneri, tap water scotochromogen. Okay, so guard tap water already said, and smegma, and this shulgai is there, and scrofulaceum scrofula. Then coming to the non-photochromogens, we saw about photochromogens and scotochromogens and non-photochromogens. So photochromogens is the predominantly Mycobacterium avium complex, Mycobacterium ulcerontis xenopsi, and Mycobacterium avium complex, birds and pigs, humans, birds and pigs. So Mycobacterium avium and Mycobacterium intracellularis. Mycobacterium intracellularis also called as the Bates bacillus, and Mycobacterium ulcerat, so it causes Buruli ulcer, and nodules first formed. It then forms the ulcer, and Mycobacterium xenophages thermophiles at 45 degrees Celsius. Then coming to the rapid growers, which grows less than 1 week or 7 days. So Mycobacterium fortunatum, fortunatum, smegmatis, and it is killer. Okay, smart. Okay, so smegma and killer. It is very luck. Okay. So what is the coming revising it again? So photochromagens, mask, marinum, asiaticum, simia, and kansasi. Scrotochromagens is the Schulzeris, Scophulaceus, and Gordone. And non-photochromagens is the Mycobacterium ulcerans and xenophi. And rapid growers is the fortunatum, smegmatis, and killer. Then coming to the difference between the Mycobacterium ulcerans, Buruli ulcer, and Mycobacterium marinum, which is fish tank granuloma. Mycobacterium fish tank granuloma marinum is the photochromagen, whereas the Buruli ulcer is the non-photochromagen. Okay, non-photochromagen. Just don't confuse between the organisms. Mask, photo. So in light we have to use mask. So mask and photochromagens only that God save us from the God saving scenario will come. So non-photochromagens only MAC, that Mycobacterium avium complex, Bates bacillus, thermophilus, Buruli ulcer, Mycobacterium ulcerans, nodules, and ulcer will come. Then coming to the rapid growth is the fortunatus, smegmatic, Laurasia. And then studying between Mycobacterium ulcerans and Mycobacterium marinum. Mycobacterium ulcerans is the Buruli ulcer. Here it is the fish tank granuloma. Bacilli in the ulcer is very much positive. It is scanty in fish tank granuloma, and growth both negative. 25 degree also negative, 75 also 35, 37 also negative in Buruli ulcer. It is both positive in fish tank, and culture it is the card, and culture it is no card in fish tank granuloma, and pigment in light is absent and pigment is present. All are catalase positive. So cultivation in a Levenstein Jensen medium, orange color colonies are we get orange color colonies. Okay, then coming to the most common infection is the TB, Mycobacterium avium complex. Most common lymphadenopathy is Mycobacterium avium complex. Most common skin and soft tissue infections, rapid growers. Okay, then a swimming pool or fish tank granuloma marinum. Then coming to the Mycobacterium leprae, it is also called as the Hansen's bacilli. So here the classification is the Ridley Jopping Madrid Indian Ridley Jopping classification, Madrid classification, and Indian classification. Whereas it for the non-tuberculosis is the Rumnion. Okay, Rumnion non. Okay, non-tuberculosis. Rumnion non. Whereas Ridley Jopping Madrid India for Mycobacterium leprae. Ridley, Rumnion non. Okay. For the whole similar sounds, you can just find these classification names itself. We can easily guess from it. So coming to the Ridley Jopping classification. So lepromatous leprosy, borderline leprosy, borderline tuberculosis. Okay, so these are the five. The Madrid on the lepromatous, borderline, intermediate, and tuberculosis, and lepromatous borderline, intermediate, and pure neurotic forms that are seen. And extra, there is the one thing between intermediate and tuberculosis, pure neurotic form is seen in Indian classification. Otherwise, Madrid and India are the one and the same. Ridley Jopping classification, the regular classification we are following is the Ridley Jopping classification. Then what is the difference between lepromatous leprosy and tuberculous leprosy means? Just remember that in a tuberculous leprosy, it is CMI is normal. Going towards the lepromatous leprosy, CMI becomes worse. Okay, cell-mediated immunity becomes worse. So TT is the paucibacillary form, LL is the multibacillary form. Paucibacillary is the bacteriological index is 0 to 1 plus, multibacillary is the 4 to 6 plus, and a few asymmetrical center clearing is seen. It is an early lesion, whereas this lepromatous leprosy is the many symmetrical lesion and facial eyebrow alopecia, and it is the late lesion. Okay, then even eyebrow alopecia is very much typical, and CMA is normal, CMA is poor in LL. Leproman test is positive because CMA is normal. Leproman test is negative because though the infection is there, because of the CMA is affected there, so leproman test becomes negative. And CD4, CD8 count is normal because CMA is normal. Here 1:2. Okay, the ratio is reversed, and then humoral immunity autoantibody is not present or human it is normal, and macrophages or epithelioid cells are seen, whereas in later stages foamy macrophages are seen, autoantibodies are seen, and humoral immunity is activated. And then giant cells are seen, contradictorily giant cells are seen in the initial stages, whereas it's absent as a response to CMI, whereas the later stage CMI is absent. The peculiar thing being that the CD4 CD8 ratio reversal, and then this epithelioid cells in TT and foamy macrophages and the giant cells. Okay, these are classical points, not only important in micro but also in medicine and pathology. Okay, then eyebrow alopecia is also important, and then bacteriological index is also important. Okay, then coming to the source, so source is the lepromatous leprosy and borderline leprosy. So mode of transmission is the nasal droplet contact breast milk. So nasal droplet only most, and then contact, and then only breast milk. Indian load, previous it was considered to be 0.68 per 10,000. Leprosy examination level is less than 1 per 10,000. Elimination level is less than 1 per 10,000. These are two numerical values you have to keep in your mind. Indian load, previously it was 0.68 per 10,000, but leprosy elimination level is less than 1 per 10,000. Chhattisgarh, Dadra Nagar Haveli, it is seen there. Okay. Then a lab diagnosis from the smear. So smear is taken from the 5 regions like forehead, cheek, chin, buttock, earlobe and nasal mucosa. Okay, 5 regions and 1 mucosa: forehead, cheek, chin, buttock, earlobe. Okay, and 6 samples are taken, and usually the edge is preferred. Okay, edge is only preferred for taking samples. And coming to the lab diagnosis, so lab diagnosis is the smear, split skin smear. The skin is first pinched to minimize bleeding, and then 5 mm cut is made and blood is wiped, and turn the scalpel blade transversely, slide the smear. Okay, the blood in the that is used to swipe made the smear. And coming to the lab diagnosis, biopsy of the nodular lesion or thickened nerves is also done, and stain Zn stain, but here it is 5%. H2SO4 is used, whereas in TB it is 20%. Okay, then coming to the microscopic examination, it is the globi cigar bundle Virchow cell, very important. Okay, this appearance is very important. Globi cigar bundle Virchow cell, lepra cell and foamy cell. Okay, then you can foamy cell is an eccentrically placed blue color cell. Virchow cell, bunch, globi and cigar bundle arrangement is seen. Then coming to the foam cell, so foam cell is nothing but an lipid laden macrophage, organism engulfed macrophage. So it is stains with oiled to PAS positive, shows PAS positivity and lepra reaction. Okay, then coming to the grading, bacteriological index, number of positive bacilli seen in scored in all the smears divided by number of positive smears by all smears. That is the bacteriological index. Okay, another one index we saw about the flea index in Yersinia. Okay, number of infected fleas by number of rats. Okay, morphological index, this is the bacteriological index. 6 sites we have taken these smear, and the number of positive smears divided by total number of smears. Morphological index, so percentage of solid fragmented granular bacilli out of total is seen. So completion purposes, hopefully question shouldn't come here. Solid fragmented granular bacilli and oil immersion fluid similar to that, what is that, TB grading only. So for 100 fields 10 to there we saw about 10 to 100, but here on the 1 to 10 itself 1 plus, 1 to 10 in 10 it's 2 plus, 1 to 10 in 1 it's 3 plus, 100 to 10 to 100 in one field is 4 plus, 100 to 1000 bacilli in one field is 5 plus, more than 1000 bacilli clumps globi in every one field is 6 plus. Okay, just always study along with the TB. Okay, TB grading, do it along with the TB grading. It will become easy now, but in exam it will become tough. Animal cultivation. So animal cultivation is a footpad of mice. 1 to 6 months later, granuloma will be seen, and 9-banded armadillo. This is a question. Then antibody is the phenolic glycolipid 1. Then a lepramine test, 0.1 lepramine antigen, intradermal 4 hours given, and for 48 hours for 48 hours, and then Fernandez reaction and early Fernandez reaction and late Mitsuda. F comes first, M comes later. So early Fernandez reaction more than 10 millimeter in duration at 48 hours, whereas Mitsuda is more than 5 millimeter in duration, significant even after 21 days. But it is said to be 21 days, but practically we are just following for 2 weeks. Okay, we are seeing the reaction after 48 hours in Fernandez and 2 weeks or maybe 3 weeks in Mitsuda. Then coming to the Lepra reaction have the total as 5. Okay, Lepra reaction all the time have the total as 5, because 2 types of Lepra reaction are there, type 1 and type 2. Type 1 hypersensitivity, type 1 type 3 hypersensitivity. Type 4 before reaction and after reaction downgrading is present, means that is lymphomatous leprosy, and the reversal is present, means that is a tuberculoid. And then coming to the borderline lepromatous and type 3 is type 2 Lepra reaction. Type 3 hypersensitivity is also called as erythronodular leprae. After treatment, crops of tender inflamed nodules due to release of the antigen from the dead bacillus. Okay, then spirochetes. Okay, we are just now entering into the spirochete now. So what is the spirochete? So spirochete basically 3 forms. Okay, Treponema, Borrelia and Leptospira. Treponema tight coils, loose coil Borrelia. B loose, T tight. Leptospira means hooks in end. So treponemes are the Treponema pallidum causing venereal syphilis, endemic Treponema endemicum, endemic syphilis, Treponema pertune, Yas, Treponema caritum, Pinta. Okay, then Treponema pallidum. So antigen specific, species specific antigen is the polysaccharide, group specific antigen, non-specific antigen, it is the cardiolipin antigen, Treponema pallidum. So reagent antibody reacts with this in VDRL. Okay, then Wasserman and Kahn test. Non-specific antigen, okay, cardiolipin antigen is non-specific, Wasserman and Kahn test. Okay, Kahn tubes, remember Kahn tube also we will be studying one of the microorganisms. Treponema pallidum, syphilis incubation period is 9 to 90 days. Syphilis venereal, non-venereal and congenital. Venereal mostly by sexual contact, generation time is 3 to 36 hours. Incubation is 10 to 90 days. Primary syphilis chancre is usually painless. Yes, coming to the syphilis, we have venereal, non-venereal and congenital forms. So the venereal forms by the sexual contact, generation time is 30 to 33 hours. Incubation period is 10 to 90 days. And the primary syphilis chancre painless, indurated heart chancre and it is avascular. It is covered with thin glary exudate. It causes painless chancre, whereas Haemophilus ducreyi causes painful chancroid. Okay. When venereal and it is non-tender, lymph nodes will be non-tender here. And then primary syphilis chancre usually heals in 10 to 40 days with thin scar, and 1 to 3 months later. Okay. In secondary syphilis, scondylometra at mucocutaneous junction contains organisms, papilla, skin rashes and mucous patches on palms and soles. Okay. Then coming to the resolution is usually after 4 to 5 years, and latent syphilis, spontaneous cure or tertiary syphilis. So tertiary syphilis is by CVS aneurysms and gamma granuloma. T-bark aorta usually involving the tunica intima. And neurological stapes dorsalis, so general paralysis of insane, because every joint and every nerve comes. Okay, general paralysis of insane. So stages is the primary hard painless chancre. Second is the rashes over palms and soles. Third is the gamma and complication with the CVS CNS involvement. Okay. The non-venereal syphilis, healthcare workers, borderline tuberculosis, no primary chancre, and primary chancre is present at extragenital sites in fingers. And congenital syphilis, transplacental. Okay, they manifest late as osteoperiosteosis, very important. Osteoperiosteosis, late presentation of congenital syphilis. And Hutchinson teeth, that congenital triad is also neural difference, that triad is also very important there. And then a laparoscopic diagnosis by specimen genital ulcers, blood, CSF, neurosyphilis. And then neurosyphilis microglia rod cells are seen. Okay, and in microscopy, not seen under light microscope, does not take a gram stain, but rose pink on a prolonged staining. Dark field microscopy is done. Okay, syphilis dark field microscopy 10 power 4 ml. 10 power 4 ml cells, 10 power 4 per ml cells is seen, and spiral and foot and forward and backward movement and bending at perpendicular angles is seen. Then dark field microscopy, Treponema pallidum, and continuation is silver impregnation, Fontana Mason Fontana is the silver and melanin is the black, and Fontana method for the films and Lavardette method for the section tissues. And then a surgical testing. The surgical testing standard testing for the syphilis non-specific for the cardiolipin antigen. Antibody is called as the reagent antibody, not associated with the IgE. And then a cardiolipin antigen purified lipid extract of beef heart with lecithin and cholesterol. Okay. Don't worry, we will just do it again and it will come handy. And then VDR, Venereal Disease Research Lab, New York, inactivated serum plus a cardiolipin antigen. So now how it is inactivated by heat 50 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. It's mixed on slide and is rotated for 4 minutes. Clumps formation, microscopic examination can be done on CSF, no heating. And then rapid plasma reagent, modified VDRL, naked eye, unheated serum, not CSF. And small ELISA-like setup is being used for VDRL. And then a reactive, weakly reactive, strong reactive, weak reactive minimally, non-reactive, trust. Next is the RPR, is the VDRL is done. Next rapid plasma reagent is done. And a trust, toluidine thread unheated serum test is a card test similar to VDRL, trust, and a USRT, unheated reagent test. Okay, then false positive in case of acute injections and SLE, leprosy, malaria, and infectious mononucleosis, false positive, and false negative, very early or very late, it's going to be false negative. And coming to the sensitivity primary 60 to 75%, 100% sensitive, and zero negative or positive, example CSF. Specific Treponema pallidum test. Fluorescent Treponema pallidum antibody assay and Treponema pallidum immobilization assay, Treponema pallidum hemagglutination assay, Treponema pallidum agglutination assay, particulate agglutination assay. So uses strains, what uses strains? Treponema pallidum immobilization and fluorescent Treponema pallidum antibody uses strains, whereas Treponema pallidum hemagglutination and Treponema pallidum particulate uses extracts. Okay. Strains is the Rita strain or Nicol strain. And then Treponema, most sensitive, fluorescent treponemal antibody assay, and TPI, Treponema pallidum immobilization assay, TPHA, Treponema pallidum hemagglutination assay, Treponema pallidum particulate agglutination, secondary most common specific assay. It is most commonly done and is more specific, not done routinely as it is live Treponema. Fluorescent Treponema assay, Treponema pallidum immobilization assay, Treponema pallidum hemagglutination assay, Treponema pallidum. Okay. Then a Treponema pallidum test serum plus a complement plus a Treponema pallidum, treponemes immobilized. If antibody plus treponemes immobilized. And then congenital syphilis, now VDRL is preferred. Earlier, fluorescent treponemal antibody is preferred IgM detection, but now VDRL is preferred. And then coming to the sensitivity for primary in VDRL, secondary stage is the most sensitive, and secondary stage is all the time sensitive. Okay, FT Treponema pallidum hemagglutination is the less sensitive, whereas fluorescent treponema antibody is more sensitive. And screening test is the VDRL and reactive rapid plasma reagent. Positive in case of early infection and CSF neurosyphilis, and negative in case of tertiary or maybe non-venereal. Okay, confirmatory by the all stages. Lyme's disease, it is going to be negative. And then penicillin can induce a Jarisch-Herxheimer reaction. What is that? Fever, malaise, and penicillin. Okay, penicillin on syphilitic patient can induce a Jarisch-Herxheimer reaction, fever, malaise, and symptoms. Others non-venereal. So non-venereal is the Treponema pertune for the Yas, Treponema endemicum for visual endemic syphilis, Treponema caratium for Pinta caratium, endemicum bejal endemic syphilis, and peritoneal yas. And then coming to the yas, Treponema peritoneal, similar to Treponema pallidum only. Primary, secondary, tertiary. Tertiary is seen as a rare bone in almost present. African Asian population, Asia, in India, it is found in AP, Madhya Pradesh, and Odisha. And primary form is the extragenital papule ulcerating granuloma. Okay. And then coming to the pinta caused by the Treponema cariatum. But antigen is different. Extragenital papule does not ulcerate, whereas it yas ulcerate, yas Treponema peritoneal ulcerate. Then coming to the Borrelia. So Borrelia means Borrelia, especially Borrelia recurrentis, so relapsing fever, Borrelia vincenti, Vincent's antigen, very very important. Borrelia victoria, Lyme's disease also important. Okay, in Borrelia recurrentis, relapsing fever, epidemic louse, endemic tick, epil. Okay, epil means epidemic louse. Endemic tick. Okay, so epidemic louse bone, person to person human louse, pediculus human corporis. Whereas endemic tick bone, Borrelia dattoni, Borrelia perkeri, between animals and ticks, human accidental host only. Then coming to the lice, common organism in hemolymph, epidemic relaxing fever, not shed in saliva or excreta, does not spread by bite, spread by lice being crushed on abraded skin. Okay, lice is different, tick is different, endemic tick, epidemic louse, Borrelia recurrentis. Then coming to the tick is the contains organism in the saliva, endemic, endit. Okay, in endit, epil. Okay, so epil is that contains the organism in the hemolymph, not shed in saliva or excreta, spread by lice being crushed on abraded skin, does not spread by bite. Whereas here tick contains organism in saliva, spreads by bite, and in India it is Ornithodorus tholosoni, Ornithodorus crossi, Ornithodorus lahorensis. Okay, pathogenicity is 2 incubation period is 2 to 10 days, relapsing fever abundant organism 3 to 5 days in blood, afebrile 4 to 10 days, blood usually no organism, relaxing fever organism disappears, 3 to 10 days relapses, 3 to 10 relapses usually comes. I will explain the pathogenicity again. So the pathogenicity incubation period is usually 2 to 10. Okay, accept relapsing fever. Okay, fever abundant organism usually present in 3 to 5 days, afebrile for 4 to 10 days. Okay, in that time blood no organism, relaxing fever, and fever appears again and the organism also appears, 3 to 10 relapses usually occur, so only it is called as the relapsing fever. Laboratory diagnosis, blood during the pyrexia during fever is only taken because at that time only the blood contains the organism. So sample, dark field microscopy, open coil is seen, microscopic examination stain is the James stain or Leishman stain, and quantitative Buffy coat is seen better. What is seen in microscopic culture, quantitative Buffy coat, animal inoculation, white mice. Can I remember the ended epil? Okay, culture it is not possible. Serology is by the ELISA, and then Buffy coat can be seen. Okay, and the treatment is by the tetracycline chlorphenicol, and vaccine is not there. Very good. Then coming to the Borrelia vincenti, Monsen's angina, normal mouth comments are Vincent's angina, ulcerative gingivitis and oropharyngitis, smears from X-rayed Leishman stain, penicillin and metronidazole, Vincent's angina, and note fusospiroketosis means fusobacterium fusiforme plus Borrelia vincenti forms symbiotic infection. Fusobacterium and Borrelia vincenti forms a symbiotic infection, and fuso means it's like a thread-like or maybe capillary-like picture. And Fusobacterium burgdorferi transmitted with the bite of Ixorid ticks, Borrelia burgdorferi, Lyme's disease in USA, Lyme USA, most common vector borne disease in USA. Natural reservoir is the rodents or the deer. Incubation period is 3 to 30 days, 3 stages of the infection: localized infection, disseminated infection, persistent infection. Localized infection, skin lesion, annular erythema migrans. Disseminated infection, fever, myalgia, arthralgia. Persistent infection, chronic arthritis and polyneuropathy. Then complication is the Barnward manager involvement, Barnward surgery is done, atrioventricular conduction defect is seen. Lab diagnosis, CSF blood biopsy. Stain is the Warthin starry silver stain. Skin is synovial tissue or synovial fluid or conventional PCR serology by the ELISA and doxycycline. Okay, then coming to the ortho silver stain, it is Borrelia. What are the organisms seen under ortho starry silver stain? Borrelia pylori, Bartonella henselae. Okay, cat scratch disease and bacillary angiomatosis. Okay, then coming to the Leptospira, Wheels disease or ectohemorrhagic fever. So the classification Leptospira is by the Leptospira intrigans or Leptospira biflexa. Okay, contain a common somatic antigen. So rat urine RRR, rat urine contaminates rainy water associated with rice and paddy field workers. Victory type and non-victory type. Lab diagnosis Fain's criteria. So Fain's criteria is the Fain's criteria. Okay, so Fain's criteria. So what is the Fain's criteria for Aptospira? It is the clinical data, epidemiology and lab finding. So A plus B must be greater than 26 or A plus B plus C must be greater than or equal to 25. Clinical fever, headache, jaundice, epidemiology, contact with contaminated water or animal. Lab diagnosis IgM. Lab diagnosis is blood usually disappears in 1 week, urine second week. Most common is the helical rods, close coils, ends are hooked. Ends are hooked or seen in the dark field microscopy, and the culture is the EMGH Fletcher Korthoff serological mat. Microscopic agglutination test is usually preferred, whereas the macroscopic agglutination test is here and PCR is there. And note National Referral Center for Leptospira is in the Port Blair. Then coming to the okay, we have to discuss about rickettsia and coxiella. Okay. So yes, so there are rickettsia. So rickettsia is the first remember. Okay, IC name itself says it is intracellular. Name itself says that it is intracellular. Okay, and then it cannot grow on artificial media because it is intracellular. Cell line assay. Cell line only it can be grown. HeLa, Hep D, and Detroit 6. These are the cell lines. A rickettsia A is arthropod vector except coxiella. Inhalational because coxiella X means very very dangerous, so inhalational. So coming to the antigenic structure, it is a surface protein antigen. Surface protein antigen is the SPA, Rickettsia prowazekii and typhus group. Outer membrane protein OMP, A for adhesion, B for binding, cross reaction with the SP of typhus. Alkali stable polysaccharide Rickettsia plus protease, basis of whale felix. Pathogenesis reservoir host, vector via vector to the humans they are the accidental host. Multiply locally and enters bloodstream, localize at endothelium, degenerate and thrombosis and occlusion happens there. Okay, degenerate and thrombosis and occlusion happens there. And then typhus, spotted fever and scrub typhus. Typhus, Rickettsia prowazekii and Rickettsia typhi. LET means louse epidemic typhus. I already said now epid ended. Okay, so here it is end of epil only, epidemic louse only, epil and here there it is end, it means a tick, here it is flea, that is the difference. T for typhi. Okay, end of, and then let means prowazekii, epil P prowazekii, end of typhi. Okay, then coming to the typhi fever, epidemic typhus, endemic typhus, recurrent typhus also called as Brill-Zinsser's disease. Epidemic typhus, louse-borne or Rickettsia prowazekii. In India, endemic is Kashmir, natural host is the humans, vector is the louse. We know that. Louse-borne. Okay, endemic typhus, epidemic typhus is endemic in Kashmir. Okay, you have to know the difference there. Otherwise, epil only. Epil means prowazekii. So prowazekii means louse only. So Pedicellus humanus corporis is the name. Pedicellus humanus corporis is the name. Pedicellus humanus corporis, that is the name. Pedicellus humanus corporis is the name. Body louse and head louse and public louse. Okay. Pubic louse, body louse causes this, but pubic louse doesn't cause slips. Next, coming to the epidemic louse, epidemic typhus. We saw that infection is transmitted by entry of louse feces into the body via abrasion. This vector is sensitive to heat, leave the body when a fever arises. Then coming to the epidemic typhus low spawn, incubation period is 5 to 15 days, fever and chills present 4 to 5 days, rash on trunk and limbs, not face, palms, sole. After 2 weeks, delirious, fatal in case of 40% of the cases. Next, coming to the recrudescent typhus or maybe Brill-Zinser's disease, epidemic typhus, latent, it is reactivated. So Brill-Zinser's it's reactivated only. Endemic typhus, it is the flea-borne. So endemic end of it is worldwide. It's the Rickettsia typhi. In the flea Xenophila Cheopsis and multiplication in the gut. Reservoir is the rat, flea, dead end. Humans bite, saliva, feces, aerosols of dried feces, food ingestion, contaminated food ingestion only, dried feces, food ingestion, contamination. Then coming to the Neil-Mozer's reaction or the Tunica reaction. Rickettsia prowazaki, Rickettsia typhi, Rickettsia prowazaki negative reaction, prowazaki negative, Rickettsia typhi appears like a T, so it is positive reaction. Intraperitoneal inoculation of the guinea pig with blood from a case, fever, scrotal inflammation. Okay. And then coming to the difference between typhus, spotted fever, and scrub typhus. Typhus we have done, prowazaki typhi we have done. Then coming to the spotted fever, so Rocky Mountain spotted fever. So it is the remember TRIA. Okay, so TRIA means Rickettsia for Rocky Mountain spotted fever. Then COVID is in India, so Indian tick typhus. So Africana means African tick typhus. So Indian tick typhus, African tick typhus, from the name itself we can. And Akari, it's the pox, is the mite. Akari is the pox, and then scrub typhus. Then spotted fever group, tick typhus, tick reservoir plus vector, bite human. Rocky Mountain spotted fever, rash 2 to 4, very very important. Tick is the Rhipicephalus sanguinis, okay, Indian type tick. Then a rickettsial pox, it is the mild disease, self-limited, vesicular exanthem, reservoir mouse, the vector mite. Okay. Then scrub typhus is also called as the Orientia. Like Orientia Susugumashi mite. Okay, PSM, just remember that. Pox, Susugumashi mite. Tick. First one is the Epil and typhus, spotted fever, scrub typhus. Under typhus we saw that prowazaki and typhi. Prowazaki we saw about Epil, and typhi we saw about end of. Then spotted fever. So spotted fever we saw about the tick. Okay. TRIA and then PSM. Scrub typhus. Ziegler-Born disease, Orientia Susugumashi, vector mite, Susugumashi disease. Then India, Andhra Pradesh, Pondicherry, UK. Vector in India is the mite, is the Leptotropium deliensis. Orientia Susugumashi, zoonotic tetrad mite, rat squirrel, Ziegler-Born disease, mite larva affect humans. Vegetation is the short scrubs. And mite larva seek moist areas of the body. 1 to 3 weeks incubation period. It results in the eschar at the site of the bite. Fever happens. Complication pneumonia, ARDS shock. Adult feed only on pads. And genus Ehrlichia, tick-borne. Okay. Ehrlichia pathogenicity, glandular fever, human monocytic ehrlichiosis, human granulocytic anaplasmosis. Ehrlichia sonotsu, fever, lymph nodes. Ehrlichia jaffensis by amblyomma tick. WBC decreases, platelet decreases, liver enzyme decreases. Very very hallmark of this. Very very hallmark. Then human granulocytosis, anaplasmosis, anaplasma phagocytophyllum by exordated tick affect granulocytes. Okay. Then lab diagnosis of rickettsial infection, specimen blood tissue samples, pleomorphic Coccobacilli do not stain well with the gram. Giemsa castaneda, Giemsa marchiavello, red inclusion body seen. Skin biopsy is examined by immunohistochemistry or immunofluorescence. And then culture cell lines Vero Hella Hep2 tetraid 6, yolk sac of the embryonated hen egg, IgM ELISA 6, and Whale Felix is negative. Whale Felix reaction, Proteus strains OX19, OX2, OXK, non-motile Proteus strains. It is cross-reacted with usually OX2 and OX19 for the Proteus vulgaris and OXK for mirabilis. It cross-reacts with the rickettsial strains and used in the diagnosis of the rickettsial strain. And what does it say means
epidemic typhus, endemic typhus, spotted fever, scrub typhus, and Brill Ginger's disease. Brill Ginger's disease, everything is going to be negative. So okay, everything is going to be negative. In scrub typhus, only okay is only going to be positive. So that is eliminated, this is eliminated. Then the main problem lies between differentiating between epidemic, endemic, and spotted. Between epidemic and endemic and spotted, everything is going to have a positive ox19. Okay, so that is eliminated. When it is single positive, that is epidemic, ox2 epidemic. Okay, and also so when it is spotted, it is double positive ox2. When it is variable, it is endemic. Okay, 2 is variable, endemic. I will just repeat it again. So and is completely negative, it's Brill Ginger's. When the ox k is positive, it is scrub, 2 things eliminated. And differentiating between epidemic, endemic, and spotted. In epidemic, there will be single ox2 is only one time present, spotted it 2 times present. Endemic second is going to be variable, ox9 is going to be present everywhere. And false positive in case of protease infection. Okay, non-model protease strains is only used. 2 and 19 is the vulgaris, and OK is the mirabilis. Treatment doxycycline, tetracycline. Then coming to the last thing, genus Coxiella. Coxiella burnetii, it's an intracellular parasite. Rickettsia, but no vector like human, and no whale Phyllis reaction. And endemic cattle and goat bone. Okay, Coxiella burnetii shows antigenic phase variation. Fresh isolates phase 1, phase 2 repeat passage through yolk sac, back to phase 1 passage through the guinea pig. Coxiella burnetii shows antigenic phase variation in the phase 1, more powerful immunogen. And then pathogenicity, cattle ship transmission by tick, abundant in tick feces, milk of the injection infected animals, humans, occupation wool hide handlers drinking infected milk, abraded skin person to person is very very rare. Then Q fever. Okay, Q fever histopathology, it shows downward granuloma or fibrin ring granuloma, allopurinol inhibition. And Q fever, interstitial pneumonia, chronic hepatitis, endocarditis, meningitis can remain latent for 2 to 3 years. And then lab diagnosis, the GIMSA, GMNAS, Castaneda, and serology is by the IgM, culture not possible, tetracycline, and QVAX is the vaccine in Australia, more than 15 years of age given. Then arthropod Bordetella bacilliformis, Bordetella quintana, and Bordetella henselae. So Bordetella bacilliformis is the Bordetella quintana is the trench fever, Bordetella henselae is the louse, and okay, Bordetella bacilliformis. Bordetella bacilliformis, aka Oria fever, carrier disease. Or Bordetella bacilliformis, Oria fever, carrier's disease, fever, anemia, erythrocyte infiltration is present. Polar flagella is the microscopic examination finding. And culture is the blood agar, semisolid agar. Bordetella quintana means 5-day fever, trench fever. No animal reservoir, humans only, transmitted by body loss. Relapses are common. Bordetella henselae is stellate granuloma, very very classical and important. Cat scratch disease, fever. And also LGV, lymphogranuloma venereum, also produces stellate granuloma. And bacillary angiomatosis, bacillary pileosis, liver spleen, and Warthin staphylococcus. And coming to the last section, that is the miscellaneous, like Synapestis plague, Klebsiella granulomatous. Klebsiella granulomatous is also called as Calamibacterium granulomatous. Pathogenicity, Rhodomonas, granuloma inguinal STI. 1 to 2 weeks incubation period, painless papal genitalia, ulcer chronic, Donovan bodies, right GIMSA stain, safety pin appearance. Okay, safety pin appearance. We shouldn't confuse with the kinetoplast and nucleus. Okay, long kinetoplast is in a safety pin appearance, tetracycline for 3 weeks. Streptobacillus monoiformis, spirillum minus, rat bite fever, relapsing fever, rash. So RRAT, relapsing fever, rash, arthralgia, and tangled motility. And Streptobacillus monoiformis, Haver Hill fever or erythema arthriticum epidermicum. Source water contaminated with rat droppings. Lab diagnosis, blood, body fluids, synovial fluid, gram negative, non-motile, culture, tangled chain of rods. Okay, spirillum minus, blood exuded from lesion after rat bite. Gram negative genes are positive, inoculation into the guinea pig, penicillin, tetracycline, relapsing fever, rash, arthralgia, animal inoculation, tangled rods, tetracycline, and penicillin. Campylobacter jejuni, coli, Larry, thermophilic, grow at 42 degrees Celsius. Campylobacter jejuni is diarrheal disease, root is ingestion, site of colonization is jejunum and ileum, invasive lympho nodules, and incubation period is 1 to 7 days. And then fever, so fever, abdomen pain, and watery diarrhea, watery stool, most common WBC. Sample, microscopic examination, culture and biochemical. And microscopic gram-negative comma-shaped spiral polar flagella darting motility is seen. Darting motility is seen in Campylobacter jejuni. Okay, see it resides in the jejunum diarrheal disease. Gram-negative comma-shaped vessel sample is the feces, and then culture is the carry blood transport medium, skid row, Campi, BAP, Birdslur selective media, and a biochemical reaction ox positive, oxidation positive, and hip period hydrolysis positive. Okay. Then coming to the symptomatic is rehydration. Campylobacter coli, Campylobacter lari also causes diarrhea, and Helicobacter pylori virulence factors VAC-A, CAG-A, urease enzyme, outer membrane protein, and and lipopolysaccharidosis. So vacuolating cytotoxin A is the VAC-A, cytotoxin associated gene A, it is the CAG-A, and pathogenicity root is the fecal-oral, poor hygiene, overcrowding, incubation period few days, anthem non-invasive increase in HCl, diseases is the gastritis, type B gastritis, maltoma, adenocarcinoma, and then microscopic examination lymphoepithelial invasion is seen. Okay, type B gastritis, A autoimmune, B bacterial, maltoma, T1811, 18 AK marginal zone lymphomatosis is a cancer. Maltoma is seen with H. pylori. Okay, and then coming to the lab diagnosis, invasive test biopsy, Warthin starry silver scan, gram negative, non-invasive ELISA demonstration of IgM and IgG, urease catalase oxidase positive, urease breath test, CEL10 test urease positive, Campylobacter like organism, stool is the antigen, and what is starry silver scan or maybe stainless stain is being used. Then James stain, and then card test pink color is positive, and bismuth is subsalicylate, tetracycline and metrozolazole, and for 2 weeks. And then Legionella pneumophilia, Legionnaires disease or maybe Pontac fever, smoking, alcohol, hospitalization, immunodeficiency, Legionnaires pneumonia, called as the Legionnaires pneumonia, several group nearly all infections, infection inhalation, human to human by the AC or maybe the shower heads, alveoli, multiple inside monocytes and macrophages, dissemination via blood, lymphatics, continuous spreads, incubation period is 2 to 10 days, Pontac fever, mild fever, myalgia, non-productive cough, dyspnea, respiratory failure and death, dissemination via the blood, lymphatic and contagious spread, incubation period 2 to 10 days, non-productive cough, dyspnea, respiratory failure and death, recovery due to the cell-mediated immunity, humoral is not affected due to the intracellular. Okay, lab diagnosis, sputum, bronchial washings, gram-negative coccobacilli, impregnation stains, culture BCYE agar, buffered charcoal yeast agar, serology is the ELISA. Treatment is by the macrolides, Gardnerella vaginalis, pili, phospholipase A2, bacteriovaginosis is the cervical discharge, microscopic examination, clue cells, epithelial cells and coccobacilli stuck out, culture hemolytic, biochemical catalase oxidase, indole urease negative, everything is going to be negative, whereas in case of this previous H. pylori, it is going to be positive. Okay, catalase urease oxidase, everything is going to be positive there, whereas in case of BCYE occur in Legionella pneumoniae. Okay, and in Gardnerella vaginalis, this cartilage oxidase, indole urease, everything is going to be negative, and clue cells is demonstrated. Treatment is with metronidazole, and Moraxella branulis is normal for the pharynx, respiratory infection, tracheo, bronchitis, pneumonia, and the third most common cause of otitis media, and strep pneumonia, H. influenza, the other two causes. Lab diagnosis, gram-negative diplococci, Moraxella branamella cataralis, modified Thyre-Martin or modified Thyre-Martin agar, also called as nasal cataralis, old name, and aka Morax axon-filled bacillus, angular conjunctivitis is caused by Moraxella lacunata, so lacunata corner. So Listeria monocytogenes, motile at 30 to 25, non-motile at 37, Peritrichus flagella produced at 20 to 30 degrees becomes inactivated at 37 degrees Celsius. Pathogenicity, saprophytes, oil, H2O, and then infection 0 or 1,2A or 1,2B and 4B. By contact with animals, inhalation, ingestion is the contaminated food, ability to grow at 4 degrees Celsius, so refrigeration temperature, low pH and high temperature, food preservation. So food preserved food only this develops Listeria monocytogenes. Okay, then Listeria relation O escape cell membrane, can cross blood-brain barrier, abortion, stillbirth in pregnant and mothers, meningitis or sepsis in neonates via birth canal, and also immunocompromised infertility, and then cervical vaginal secretions, meconium, cartilage, CS of beta hemolysis, cold enrichment at 4 degrees Celsius in a thioglycolate growth, motility, catalyst positive serology, ampicillin and clotting macrosol, epithelioplex, non-motile, non-spreading, non-capsulated, erythropyloid, site of inoculation, cut abrasion after handling animal product. Okay, or maybe erythropyloid, painful erythematous, Okay, and then the lab diagnosis by the Telluride medium black colony. Treatment is by the penicillin and resistant to vancomycin. By this, we have just completed a long tiring session, and it's a boring session, and I know that, and studying microbiology itself feel very boring only. But I think doing it again and again, like maybe out of 2 or maybe 3 revisions, I think we can able to crack bacteriology in a more proper way. And I will just be posting this video in this another new format again within a few hours after this video. First video is being posted, and last time I did it, and I was able to appreciate the changes in a very appreciable manner. So I think within 4 to 6, I think 6 hours would be appropriate for this discussion. And okay, I don't think so. So let's get to work. There's no other go, right? Yes, thank you.